Well, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Music Around the World Polka Spotlight. Thank you so much for inviting us into your homes today.
Yes, we're excited about today's show because you get to hear so many of your favorite songs, like Dipsy Doodle and the Westphalia Waltz.
Yes, so let's welcome the Cerar Orchestra.
And we'll take just a brief moment and introduce the members of the band. First up, playing trumpet and flugelhorn, let's welcome Jeff Rudoy. Next, playing the sax and alto sax, let's welcome Rich Goldman. Next on the drums, let's welcome Carrie Johnson. And lastly, playing the accordion, keyboard, and on vocals, let's hear it for the leader of the band, the one and only Rod Cerar.
And before we get to that next tune, let's let everyone know that this weekend we are also celebrating Mother's Day. And in honor of my mom, I want to tell you that she was an amazing cook. She loved making homemade buns and kolaches, poppy seed and prune kolaches. If you've never tried them, got to try one. But you know what else she'd make? Halupki, and it filled the house with sauerkraut smell. Ugh. Ugh. It's nasty. Anyway, so love you, Mama, for making your buns. Here we go. Let's dance Across Green Lawns.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to send us an email dedication, you can send it to the email address on your screen.
All right, we've got a quick joke for you. Why do seagulls fly over the ocean?
I have no idea.
Because if they flew over the bay, we would call them bagels.
Oh.
Oh, that's a groaner? It's a groaner. Okay, fine.
All right. Well, the next song was first recorded by Brenda Lee in 1972, but the most popular version of this next song was by Willie Nelson in 1982. It is called Always on My Mind.
Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. If I made you feel second best, girl, I'm sorry I was blind, but you were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Maybe I didn't hold you all those lonely, lonely times. I guess I never told you I'm so happy that you're mine. Little things I should have said and done, you probably took the time, but you were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Tell me that your sweet love hasn't died. Give me one more chance to keep you satisfied. Keep you satisfied. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time, but you were always on my mind. 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 You were always on my mind.
Well, we'd like to dedicate the next song to a couple that is celebrating their 70th wedding anniversary from West Fargo, North Dakota, Patricia and Rolf Hoyam. Happy 70th anniversary.
Yes, yes. And this next one is, yeah, give them a big round of applause. Yay! 7 years. That's something to celebrate. And this next tune is a highly requested polka. So get your dancing shoes on. It's called Dummy Model Polka. Let's dance. All right, we have two in our studio audience. Ed and Karen would like to give a big shout out and happy birthday wishes to Karen's mom, Doris, who, get this, he just happens to be Phil Zimmerman's sister. Phil is a fellow studio dancer, and Doris is celebrating her 95th birthday on May 22nd. Happy birthday, Doris.
That's great. 95. And our next song was originally recorded by Tommy Dorsey in 1937, and since then, it's been recorded by folks like Ella Fitzgerald and Bill Haley and the Comets. You might recognize it. It's called Dipsy Doodle. Well, if you'd like to call in your dedication, you can call that number on the screen, and we'll try to get it on the air within a few weeks.
All right, and we have two special guests in our studio audience today. Donna Ronning and her mother, Rhoda, are here today. They're right over off to the right side. Yes, there we go. And Rhoda celebrated her 90th birthday on April 17th. Can we do a happy birthday, possibly? Okay. And it's Rhoda. Rhoda.
Happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Excellent, yes.
Yes.
Congratulations, Rhoda, on 90 years young.
That's quite an accomplishment. Now, the next song is one of Frank Yankovic's many, many big hits. It's called Charm of Your Beautiful Dark Eyes. Here you go.
Charm of your beautiful dark eyes carried my heart away. Thinking of you, my darling, night after night and day. I first saw you under the full moon and stars. Charm of your beautiful dark eyes carried my heart away. Thinking of you, my darling, night after night and day. Do not cry, beautiful dark eyes, I am your sweetheart now. Just like when I first saw you under the full moon and stars.
All right, we got a special dedication coming in from Robert Hathaway of Van Ness Heights. He wants to give a shout out to all the veterans there, and he provided this wonderful little bookmark that has a few things. I won't read the whole thing, but it does have a few poignant comments. It says, "The veteran, not the preacher, who gave us freedom of religion. It is the veteran, not the reporter, who gave us freedom of the press. And it is the veteran, not the poet, who gave us freedom of speech." Thanks so much for sending that in, Robert Hathaway.
That's
And many,
great.
many thanks to all our veterans.
Yes. And the next song was first recorded by a French singer named Edith Piaf in 1945, and since then was recorded by many, many bands, including Bing Crosby and Dean Martin. It's called La Vie en Rose. Well, I thought we were on Paris Spotlight there for a moment. Beautiful, beautiful music
That's
there.
excellent, yes.
Well, what do a tick and the Eiffel Tower have in common?
Ooh, I have no idea.
They're both Paris sites.
Very good, very good.
When in France, you know.
Yeah, right. That's Rome, honey. That's Rome.
Oh.
All right, we want to take this opportunity to thank all of our crew members. So first up, put your hands together for our sound technician, Tim Zibikowski. Thank you, Tim. And to our director, Marcia Patton. Hey, thank you, Marcia. And on graphics today, give it up for Ruben Tahir. And our camera crew today consists of Danny Connor Smith. Thank you, Danny. And also on camera, we have Kevin Vandenberg. Thank you, Kevin. And also on camera, we have Karen Wood. Yay! And our lighting guy today is Javi Cedillo. Give it up for Javi.
Yes. Awesome. What a crew. Couldn't do it without you.
That's right.
And if you'd like to mail us a dedication, you can mail it to the address on your screen, 6900 Winnetka. We'll try to get that on the air as soon as we can. And the next song is a great song to dance to. It's called I Love to Polka. Woo-hoo. Here we go.
I love to polka when I'm dancing with my sweetheart. I will always love her, and I know we'll never part. We'll still be dancing as the years come and go, dancing the red raven polka. My sweetheart that I love so. I love to polka when I'm dancing with my sweetheart. I will always love her, and I know we'll never part. We'll still be dancing as the years come and go, dancing the red raven polka. My sweetheart that I love so.
All right, we have jokes. People are sending us jokes. This is great. Angie of St. Mary's in Stillwater, Minnesota, loves watching Polka Spotlight, and she sent me jokes. So we're going to do one especially for her. While driving in Pennsylvania, a family caught up to an Amish carriage. The owner of the carriage obviously had a great sense of humor because attached to the back of the carriage was a hand-printed sign that said, "Energy-efficient vehicle, runs on oats and grass. Caution, do not step in exhaust." Thank you, Angie, and she wants to give a shout out to her friends at St. Mary's in Stillwater, Cal, Pat, Flo, and Marge. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, and our next song is called Carioca, and the name refers to anything from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. It's a great Latin number. Here we go. Well, we're going to take just a brief moment and talk to Rod here briefly and just ask a couple quick questions. Now, Rod, tell us, I don't know if everyone knows your background here, but Rod has traveled the country with so many famous musicians. We got Frank Yankovic, Myron Florin of the Lawrence Welk Show. I'm sure you recall him. Tony Jamber, Jimmy Sturm. And tell us a story about one of those guys you met, and I can imagine that you'd be on stage and you might be all of a sudden jamming to a song and it takes off in some direction that you didn't expect. Or did you guys ever get together and just play freestyle, or was it always a planned performance?
It was pretty much a planned performance, yeah. I never knew what song they were going to play you next, but they were all outstanding, guys, whatever instrument they played. And their songs were easy to follow, relatively speaking. So it worked great.
So were you like another accordionist in amongst their band?
Yes, most of the time for those bands I played what's called second accordion.
Second
So
accordion.
it was a lot of fill-in stuff and harmonics and that kind of thing.
Oh, interesting. And did you ever get a pointer or a tip from Frank Yankovic, like, and you'd kind of share stories about how the music was arranged or anything?
Well, not so much that, but he always said, try to smile on stage because you're playing for the audience. You're not playing for yourself or for the guys in the band. You're playing for the audience. So you always have a smile on your face.
That's great. That's great. And did you ever get on the Lawrence Welk show?
No.
In amongst that big group of guys?
No, I never did that, but I was on the road with them when they played it, at ballrooms and that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, and it says here, Rod has performed for John Kennedy, Hubert Humphrey, Al Gore, Ronald Reagan. But the one that catches my eye here is you played in Europe for the Sasa Avsenik ensemble.
Ensemble. I did that last summer, yes.
Last summer. Tell us about that. That sounds interesting.
Well, I was over there sort of on a vacation more than anything, and this band over there, it's pronounced the Sasha Avsenik. And we went to this dinner theater, and they play very much ethnic stuff, if you will, okay? And they are the most famous in all of Eastern Europe, all of Europe, actually. Outstanding band, and they invited me on stage, and so that was pretty awesome. It was a wonderful experience. A full house, I don't know, 300 people or something like that. So it was great.
Oh, and did they have an accordion for you to play, or?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it wasn't your regular accordion?
Oh heavens, no. No.
Oh, were you able to pick up on the new instrument?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, they all play pretty much the same. Some better than others, but obviously the keyboards and that kind of thing is the same.
Yeah. Wow, that's exciting.
it
And do
was.
you recall, was it one song or a whole set? Or
No, we played, I don't know, 3 or 4 numbers I played with them, but all the singing was not in English, of course, Slovenian. This was in a suburb, if you can call them suburbs, outside of Ljubljana, Slovenia, and it was wonderful.
Oh, a lifetime memory there.
It was, yes.
I know you play a lot of Slovenian music.
I do.
You did a whole set here on the Polka Show one time.
Yes.
And do you also speak that language, or
Only when I sing.
only when you sing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know, of course, some words are swear words. But we don't want to go there.
That's great. And so when you're playing a song, a Slovenian song, you probably are translating that into English, so it's more meaningful to you a little bit?
Well, I sing some Slovenian songs in English, but a lot of them I sing in Slovenian also.
Yeah, that's great. Well, it says here you've been on the Molly B show. Was that exciting?
Yes, it was. It's been a number of years ago now, and they perform in Florida in January, and usually on a Monday, and I performed there too. So this last January, they were on a Monday in January, and I was on the next Monday, and they were back on the next Monday.
Wow.
So,
That's
of
cool.
course, we were playing in what's called the Villages down there, if you're familiar with that. It's a big area, 150,000 people, all seniors, and they love to polka. So that was cool.
That's neat.
Yeah.
And you get a good suntan and make money at the
you
same
can't
time?
help but get one down there unless you stay inside all the time.
That's great. Well, I guess how many years this guy's been playing, entertaining people? Anybody got a guess? 60? It's actually 62 years. Can you believe it? Let's hear it for Rod Cerar.
Long time. Thank you.
Started when you were 5, right?
God bless you.
All right. Well, we are loving your music. Let's get back to the music. Let's have a big round of applause for the Rod Cerar Orchestra.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We'll flash the number up on the screen so people, if they want to get a hold of you to book your band,
That'd be
or,
great,
check the
yes.
website out. Hopefully it's there.
And we have a quick dedication going now to Vonnie in our studio audience. She has a nephew, Christopher Martin, who is turning 47 on May 14th, tomorrow. He is a bicentennial baby, born in 1976. Happy, happy birthday, Christopher. So next up, we have a great German old-time waltz tune called Westphalia Waltz. Let's dance.
Well, if you'd like to catch Polka Spotlight one after another, video on demand, just go to that website on your screen and you can have a polka marathon anytime, night or day.
That's great, yes. Quick dedication going out to some folks from Bismarck, North Dakota, Roger and Betty Becker. They are two of our biggest fans, and they said, hey, stop in sometime when you're in Bismarck. And I'm like, well, you know what? Because our son, John, is now going to school at UMary in Bismarck. Hey, we want to make sure we just might do that. Stop in and see Roger and Betty Becker. Count on it.
And the next song is called Chip on Your Shoulder Polka from Frank Yankovic, along with Joey Muskelin, who first recorded this great polka. Chip on Your Shoulder Polka.
Chip on your shoulder, you're saying mean things to me. Something's got into you lately. Things ain't like they used to be. You find out that chip on your shoulder, you walk right out is what you said. So knock it off yourself, please, lady, 'cause your shoulder's where I wanna lay my head. Hey! You got a chip on your shoulder. You're saying mean things to me. Something's got into you lately. Things ain't like they used to be. If I knock that chip off your shoulder, you walk right out is what you said. So knock it off yourself, please, lady, 'cause your shoulder's where I wanna lay my head. Hey!
All right, if you'd like to learn how to polka or dance of any sort, you can go to usadance-minnesota.org. Yes, right on your screen there. Many, many places to dance in the Twin Cities and phenomenal instructors too. So take up dancing, it's worth it.
Yes, and we'd like to say Happy Mother's Day, since it's Mother's Day weekend here, to all the mothers out there. And also, it's fishing opener. So what do you call a fish that wears a bow tie?
A fish that wears a bow tie. I have no idea.
Sophisticated.
Oh, sophisticated. I like that. That's good. Can we get a ba-dum-bum? Yay, there. All right. And this next song was first recorded by Glenn Miller in 1941 called I Know Why. Let's dance. right, we have a quick dedication that we want to send out. A happy belated birthday to Charles Stewart, one of our biggest fans. And he celebrated his birthday back on February 28th. So happy belated birthday, Charles Stewart.
Yep, and you can catch our show live stream every day at noon on MCN6 on that particular website on the screen. And our next beautiful Slovenian waltz in Viennese style is called Youth is Fleeting. Here we go. Well, this is, time flies when you're having fun here. I
How
can't
about
believe
it?
we've had
Yes.
so many songs. Let's have a big round of applause for the Cerar Orchestra.
Yay.
They're
Excellent.
doing a
very
great
much.
job
Thank you.
making this hour go by fast. Well, one last fishing joke. You know,
Okay, here we go.
What kind of music should you listen to while you're fishing?
Oh, that's a good question. I have no idea. What's the best music?
Something catchy.
Oh, very good, very good. I need to give you the hook. All right, so everybody give yourselves a big round of applause. Thank you for being here today. Amazing. And thanks to our crew and to John Balajic as well. All of you at home, thanks for tuning in.
And most of all, take a bow, the Cerar Orchestra. We have loved your music today, and thank you for all you've done for everyone.
And we're going to go out with I've Got a Wife at Home. It's one of the most requested polkas. God bless you all.
2, 3.
I've got a wife at home. I've got a wife at home. I've got a wife. She's the apple of my life, but I wish she would leave me alone. When I hear hike and coat up, wipe your feet off, goodness sakes, don't slam the door. Fix the socket, dry the dishes. Can't you do a single chore? Hang the pictures, set the table. Don't drop ashes on the floor. Heat the bottle, change the baby. You don't love me anymore. You don't love me anymore. There she goes right out that door. She'll be gone about 10:30, and then she'll start right in again. Well, I've got a wife at home. I've got a wife at home. I've got a wife. She's the apple of my life, but I wish she would leave me alone. When I hear tap the shade up, wash the windows, wipe the handprints off the door, change the light bulb, scrub the bathtub, pick the toys up from the door, take the lamp cord, make some coffee, burn the garbage, oil the door, get the kids, call my mother. She don't love me anymore, I'll tell you. She don't love me anymore.